Hello, my name is Petey, and this is the Move Strength Level 1 program exercise demonstrations. In this video, we are going over squats. So the midstance squat, the sumo squat, and the squat thruster. For your midstance squat, you want to start with your heels just outside hips or just under hips, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Toes are pointed forward or slightly out. We want to keep the chest nice and proud. For this movement, we are going to sit our hips back and down and bend at the knees. Make sure the knees are going out wide over the toes and then drive back to the top. You want to keep the weight in the midfoot or in the heel and keep your chest nice and proud. So if you have something written on your shirt, imagine you're showing somebody standing in front of you what's written on your shirt the whole time you do this exercise. So again, we are sitting our hips back and down, almost like you're sitting in a chair, keeping that chest nice and proud with your heels right under or just outside your hips. That's going to be your mid stance squat. For your sumo squat, we're going out nice and wide. So taking those heels out wider than your shoulders. We want toes pointed out for this squat. Now we're still going to do the same pattern of sitting our hips back and down, but this time I really want you to focus on squeezing the outside glutes so that we can keep the knees tracking over the toes. You always want to keep those knees tracking over the toes. Try and avoid the knees buckling in at all. Squeeze those outside glutes. Knees track over the toes. I'm sitting my hips back and down into the squat. Again, keeping my chest nice and proud. So from the side here, nice wide toes, wide heels. Chest is nice and proud. I'm driving my knees out wide and then driving through the midfoot or the heel to stand back up to the top. The sumo squat focuses deeper into the glutes because you have to engage the outside of that glute there to make sure that the knees go out wide over the toes. The last squat variation we're going to go over today is the squat thruster. So for the squat thruster, I would go with your mid-stance squat. When you're doing this exercise, you are doing it weighted. So you want to hold whatever weight you're using, dumbbell, kettlebell, med ball, doesn't matter, at your chest in the goblet position. So I'm back in my mid-stance squat. My heels are just under or just outside the hips. Toes are pointed forward or slightly out. I'm taking my hips back and down, knees tracking over the toes to sit for that squat. And on the way to the top, I want to use my momentum to drive my weight up to the ceiling. So again, I'm driving through heels or the midfoot, and I'm exploding that energy up to the ceiling for the squat thruster. Really, really important to keep the core braced so the belly button pulled into the spine for the whole exercise, but especially when that weight is going up over the head. We want to make sure we're building strength while protecting our lower back with our core.